So Miami Tip brought this girl on the show to tell us in chopped English that Amara, little dummy, got her husband arrested so she wouldn't come on the show and spill the tea. Well, girl, you here now. Spill it. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beef for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, bake with a quick little jokes or whatever the case may be. And girl, we around here playing these people out here in Miami on Love and Hip Hop. It is a lot going on. Pinky Doll is windmilling on everybody in America behind Jaquis. And Jaquis is going around telling everybody that's not his old lady. It's a lot going on, but it looked like she got her man back in the end. Then we also have Miami Tip bringing Allen's wife to tell us that between Amara La Dummy and Shay Dummy, one or both of them had her husband arrested so that she couldn't come on the show and spill us the tea. Now, let me just say this. So far, all we got is a contract situation, but I'm with Amara at this point, girl. It's got to be past the contract. They got churned. Like, hello? And then on top of that, you are already here and we still talking about the contract. Why is she not spilling it? And I am so tired of the makeup to breakup relationship between Amara and Shay. I just want them to be enemies forever at this point. Every 5 seconds they getting into it and back friends. And I'm so tired of Shay feeling played and crying and all of that, looking like damn Bernstein Bears, feeling some type of way running out the door. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired. But we got that going on. Then Chinky Diamonds done finally made it down to Miami or to realize she don't want to be there because she missing her husband Quiz. Oh, I'm sorry. Her possible baby father. Girl, it's a whole fight going down at her event. Rick and Trina was invited. They didn't show up because allegedly they not messing with her behind her beef with Zoe. It's a whole lot going on at the party. The party is canceled. And at this point, I'm ready to cancel Chinky Diamonds too. And by the way, that weird dude, Kent Jones, he has a really good business plan that is so awkward but gonna make him a lot of money. Did y'all see them feats? Child, we gonna get into it. But before we do that, do me a favor. First and foremost, like the video. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the Dollhouse. If you're a returning dollar Don, welcome back. But go ahead on, smash that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this week's episode. But y'all know what time it is. Grab your things. Grab your things, your liquor, your earbuds, your za, whatever you do, it ain't on me because I ain't telling you to do it. I'm just saying grab it so we can get into the episode. So come on, grab all that stuff and let's get right on into the episode, child. So now the episode opens up. Chinky Diamonds done made it all the way down to the Miami streets. She's already hard at work doing a photo shoot. She just had a baby yesterday, so her wound's still open, but she got to go to work. You get it? So Chinky Diamond got into the confessional and was like, you know, I'm down here working and whatnot, and I can't even wrap my head around my work because all I can think about is Quiz. And the producer was like, what about the baby? She was like, oh yeah, and the baby. She was like, so yeah, I don't know how to even get my head in the game because I'm still worried about if Quez done left me and went with that other lady because I'm not giving him no paternity test, but I still want to be with him and he should understand. I don't understand why people not getting this, girl. So anyway, since the producer was trying to be messy and ask about her child, she ended up FaceTiming the baby. Now, girl, the baby is 30 minutes years old, okay? How is you on the FaceTime with the baby? The baby ain't even learned how to open her eyes yet. Girl, y'all got to stop. Y'all do everything and anything for social media. Get off of here, Chinky Diamonds, please. So anyway, the girl who had came up to Nebraska to bring her down to Miami, I forgot her name, y'all, so forgive me. We just gonna call her Brownie for the D. Brownie had came and checked on Chinky Diamonds to see if she was doing all right, and Chinky said she not doing too well because she feel like she done left Nebraska too early. She said, girl, I literally just had a baby last night, right before you came to the party. And then all of a sudden, you done dragged me all the way down here talking about work. I don't know what's going on with my baby. And I don't know where Quiz is at. I don't think I could do this. And so the girl Brownie was like, girl, what? I done spent my money and bought you a Spirit flight and I only bought one way. Oh, you're going to do this. And then furthermore, you need to get your head in the game. We got all kinds of things things lined up for you, and we're trying to get your career off the ground. You need to leave Jaquis and the baby alone. And so they sat down to have more conversation, and Chinky Diamonds was basically telling her, you know, it's different being in Miami. I don't have no support system here. She said, at least in Nebraska, the people that I love, I don't talk to, but if I need them, I could call them. I mean, I just started talking back to my sister, but we beefing again. Yeah, she talking about she want to fight me because she felt like I took Quay's side and I didn't. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm down here alone and I need Quez. I need him. So Brownie was like, girl, listen to me. Do you have $200 to give me back for your spirit flight? No. She was like, so shut up. What we're going to do now is we're going to finish this photo shoot. I'm going to set up this party. I'm going to invite all of the who's, Trick, Trina, and everybody from the Pork and Beans. And we're going to celebrate you and you're going to love it, okay? And so Chinky Diamonds was like, well, I mean, I guess, but what about my baby? Like, I still have a baby. I really do have to think about her. How am I going to work and not worry about my baby? I am a new mother still. And the girl Brownie grabbed the champagne bottle and was like, how many times I have to tell you, fuck that baby? You don't get it. Girl, grab a glass. We're about to have champagne and caviar. And Chinky was like, champagne and what? And she was like, fish eggs, girl. Grab a glass. So Chinky was like, listen, before I grab a glass, I do want to let you know that I don't know how everybody's going to receive me here in Miami, because I did get into it with Zoe last time I was here. And then also, I don't know if she still want to fight me. So I don't know how the party's going to work out. And Brownie was like, girl, shut up and grab a glass. We're about to turn up. So they grabbed a glass, and then my girl Brownie put caviar on her hand like it was a ski slope slide with snow on it. Talking about this how you eat caviar. Oh no, bitch. Oh no. Oh no. Red flag. Girl, what is you saying? And shout out to Chinky Diamond. She's a hood girl from the country. She said, oh no, baby, I don't eat no eggs. Not these types. Get them off of here. She said she didn't want to eat them. Yeah, you did right, because this girl got you doing all types of stuff. I don't know what Brownie got you around there getting into. Girl, go find your baby and quiz. Let's move on. So we move to the next scene. Shay is meeting up with Miami Tip because Shay feels some types of way that Miami Tip not only got Alan, old lady / wife down here to drag Amara, but she really feels some type of way because they done threw her under the bus, saying that she got that boy arrested along with Amara because they didn't want the wife on the show. She said she feels some type of way and she needs to clear that up. So Shay basically asked Miami Tip, she was like, I don't really understand your angle and what it is you're trying to do. She was like, you claim to be Amara's friend, so I really don't understand first and foremost why you even sitting down with Alan's wife. If this girl is supposed to be the op dragging for Amara, how can you be her friend and really sit down and talk to her and give her a platform? So then Miami Tip was like, I'm trying to listen to all sides. I don't want to just listen to Amara. I want to get the truth from everybody's perspective. I'm just trying to be fair. No, Miami Tip, you trying to be messy enough to stay on the show so you can pay your light bill this season. Girl, I done caught on to you. Stop with all of that. So Shay wants to get down to the nitty gritty and want to know how she got thrown in it. So basically Shay was like, well, hold on. The new rumor is me and Amara done worked together to get this boy arrested. And although I don't like Alan and I don't mind him going to jail, I didn't have nothing to do with that. I want to know how my name get brought up in it. And so Miami Tip was like, listen, I talked to Alan's wife. All she said was she don't know what happened because it was too coincidental that he get arrested this one time. He done been coming through this airport how many times? If he been had warrants, why they ain't been arrest him and why this time? Miami Tip is basically saying that something is suspicious about this particular time, especially because of the fact that Alan was bringing the wife in through Miami airport so that they can come to film. So that's why the rumor got started. So now this turns Shay up because Shay feels like I don't give a damn what the rumor is. At the end of the day, Amara is my friend. I didn't have nothing to do with getting him arrested, but I wish he would go to prison. She said, but to throw me in that, y'all is wrong. She was like, and you wrong, especially for taking that girl's side and bringing her on the show. So Miami Tip was like, listen, Shay, listen. I understand you're upset because this looks bad. So this is what I want to do. I want to invite the girl, Alan's wife, so that you can talk to her personally and you can get her side from the horse's mouth. That way it won't look like I'm being messy and you'll see that I'm just trying to get both sides, because at the end of the day, the only common denominator between all of us in this whole situation is Amara la dummy. She said, so I think it would behoove you to sit down and talk to Alan's wife and see what's going on, because as it stands, girl, it's looking like both of y'all set that lady and her husband up. So now Shay agreed to sit down with Alan's wife to get her perspective on the situation. And I ain't gonna lie, Shay. I ain't gonna lie. How you gonna be any different from Miami Tip if you sit down with her? But let me mind my business, girl. So they gonna sit down and have a conversation. Let's move on. So now we move to the next scene, and Pinky Doll has turned into a raging alcoholic. Ever since that nigga went out her life has went down to the ground. She been on liquor, wine, beer, champagne, anything with a little yeast in it to make her forget what's going on. Oh, Pinky girl, you got to stop. So now Jaquis FaceTimes her, or she FaceTimes Jaquis, and she's trying to see if he's still mad, because she really want to beef with him, but she really know that's the only ride she got around Miami, so she got to play it cool and be cute, you know. So she calls Jaquis and she was like, Jaquis, you made me catch an Uber. I had no money. How could you do it? And Jaquis was like, I can't believe you embarrassed me out there. Now, yeah, our relationship on the low, and we agreed to that. Why would you turn around and try to renege on the deal? You know I love you in private. Stop trying to make me love you out loud. That's not our relationship, girl, and you know this. Pinky Doll climbed in the confessional to tell us that she's not really feeling how Jaquis is treating her. She said her mama loved Jaquis like she told y'all last week, and her child. She said for Jaquis to really play on her like this after bringing her all the way to these states, she feels some type of way, and she's going to make him pay for what he's doing. He's going to love her out loud, damn it. So then reality kicked in, and she realized she's really not going to get him to love her out loud. So she went back to the liquor. A whole glass of Casamigos in a champagne glass. Girl, it's getting real bad. Real dog for your Pinky Doll. You got to go talk to somebody at some point. So after 2 glasses of margaritas with no margarita juice, she decided to call her mama and talk to her mama. Because y'all know how it be after that nigga leave you. You won't call your mama. Y'all don't even really talk like that. But hell, you got to call somebody. So anyway, she called her mama and they started speaking in French and whatnot. And she was telling her mama that she just was on the phone with Jaquis. And Jaquis is really playing with her. She want to love him out loud and he only want to love her in private. And that is not what she want for her life. She said her son loves him out loud. Her mama love him out loud. Why she can't love him out loud? So the little boy, her son, must have heard her in the bike crying. He came to the phone and he was like, Je t'adore, Mami. Oh, je t'adore. Bonjour. Je m'appelle. And I say, oh, that's so cute. He was trying to ask his mama, why is you crying, mama? That's what he asked. And she was like, oh, these are happy tears. These are not the sad tears. And that baby said in plain English, stop lying, mama. You crying for Jaquis. And she said, oh, he's so smart. I raised him. I'm sorry, my mother raised him really good. He's so smart. He understands everything. And she says, I love you, baby boy. So then it clicked that her son clocked her. And she said, you know what? Go in the back. I want to talk to your grandmother. So now you want to talk to the grandma in private because you really want to cry for real. You want to boo-hoo, snot, and cry, girl. I know what you're talking about. I done been there. But when the son left out the room, the mama got real. The mama basically said, listen. You're my daughter. You're beautiful. But no other man loves you like Jaquis. And then she said this in a real good Southern woman voice. She said, you need to go find Jaquis. He's a good man, Savannah. He's just lost. And I said, oh yeah, the mama slow as a turtle. That's why Pinky Doll slow as a turtle. There you go. But at any rate, Pinky Doll said she's going to go find her man and fight for her man because just like her mama told her, nothing beats a bitch who lose her man but a bitch who fought for him to get him back. Okay, let's move on. Now, girl, this whole Amara little dummy is out here selling cars. Bitch, what is you doing in these people car lot trying to sell cars? Ain't nobody gonna buy no car from you, Vanna La Negro. Girl, get out them people car lot. I don't know who booked you for this, no way. So anyways, she tried to do that, but she talked to her manager who's this gay Hispanic dude. No, what they is, Dominican, but I like him though. He sounds like a Hispanic black woman. It's weird. So he's talking to her about the shoot because he's like, girl, what is going on? You're not making the shoot. You're not doing all of the sounds that you do. What's happening, Amara? And Amara was like, Mina, I don't know what's going on with me. Every time I try to say my lines, I just keep thinking about this situation with Alan and Shay and Alan's wife, and it's just taking a real toll on me. I don't know what to do. So the manager friend dude was like, you don't know what to do? Have you seen the headlines in all of the Hispanic blogs? Everybody is talking about you. They're saying you're the setup queen. They're saying that you got Alan arrested so he can't get on the stream. Like, what's going on, girl? Put it together. And Amara was like, Mina, you don't understand. I had nothing to do with that, but people are going around saying it. And then Miami Tip is talking to his wife and giving her a platform when I tried to get him arrested so she couldn't come on. And why would Miami Tip? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it. But listen, I'm trying to tell you that people are lying on me. Alan is the father of my kids. I would never want to get him arrested unless he wanted to leave me or embarrass me or something like that. This is hurting my brand. What would I do? How can you help me to get out of this? They're bringing up the contract and the contract was fake. I mean, yes, I signed a contract to get Alan, but after that we fell in love. I mean, we had 2 girls. How can she say it's fake? You have to help me. What am I going to do? Oh my God, Mina. So her manager friend was like, pull it together. You need to get in front of your narrative. You need to get on here and talk to her. You have to tell people what your side is. If not, they're going to just go with what everybody is saying. Do you want your brand to be down the tubes? I worked really hard for you. I slept with a lot of the executives for you. You have to make this work. And Amara agreed to make it work, even though she feels some type of way. But she said she gonna make it work, child. Let's move on. So now Applehead is in the studio. I forgot her name too. That's the new girl who came down to sing. But Applehead got in the studio and she over there talking about she looking for a new manager and whatnot and a team because she been doing everything on her own. And I'm like, all right, cool. So why are we here? And then I saw Jaquis. I said, there you go. Girl, you ain't looking for no manager. You looking for some zick, okay? I know a slut when I see one. Girl, sit your little bald head ass down. Get off that girl, old man. So anyway, Applehead was talking to Jaquis saying that she really needs a team. She said she's been doing everything on her own for her whole career. She's the manager, producer, editor, and everything. And she needs to find people to help her with that. And she thinks that he will be a great fit. And Jaquis, being the dog ass nigga that he is, he was like, ooh, rub hands like Birdman. He was like, I can mess with her and I can mess with her, if you understand. So he was like, well, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. You know, I've been on Love and Hip Hop New York. I mean, I haven't been on nothing else after that, but still I have a nice reputation in the streets. Don't ask nobody in the streets, just ask me and I'm gonna tell you what the reputation is. So I think I'm a good fit. So Applehead looked at him and she was like, now let's cut to the real business as to why we here. You got an old lady. And he was like, well, you know, I don't have an old lady. You know, I got Pinky Doll. I work with her. She was like, is you messing with Pinky Doll? And don't lie to me because I got goons outside. Is you messing with her? And he was like, messing with her? Girl, no. I don't even like her. She don't even speak English. How am I mess with her and she don't even know how to talk? Like, girl, that don't even make no sense. But anyway, don't worry about Pinky Doll. And speaking of her, you want to come to her party? I threw her a party for her video game release. And there you'll see I don't really mess with her. Come. So now they done got this boy into the confessional and asked Jaquis. They said, now Jaquis, you know good and well you really mess with Pinky Doll behind the scenes. Why is you on here telling these people you don't mess with her? He was like, because I have an old lady. Duh. I keep telling y'all that. I'm not going to claim her on here. Not going to do it. Said it. So anyway, my girl Applehead got up and was like, oh, good. I'm going to come to the party and look what I'm going to look like because I'm finer than Pinky Doll anyway. Look at my booty. And I said, there you go, girl. These girls is not to be trusted. Guard your niggas, girl. Let's move on. Rocky, that's the girl name, Rocky. You know the girl who used to body build, who I think might be a TS. Okay, the girl Rocky is excited because it's the day of the party that she's throwing for Cheeky Diamond. She said T-double-D and Slinky next supposed to stop by and do a song. She said she got all of the who's who of Miami that's pulling up, and I ain't seen nobody but Miami Tip. But neither here nor there. But now Chinky Doll is in the back looking at outfits trying to see what she want to wear. And she's still debating back and forth in her head if she really want to be here. Because Quez, she says she can't concentrate because she needs to know what Quez is doing at all times. But she's going to try to make it work with one of these outfits and get out there. Now, at the party, Michael Blackson, baby mama number 5, because she ain't number 1. I guess the most recent number 1. She down to the party. She was supposed to be there with Michael Blackson, but he's over in Ghana dropping off Zick. Okay, talking about he going to watch the churn. Girl, so she let them know that she's riding solo to the party tonight. Now, in comes Kent Jones and his Asian persuasion foot Lasian girl. Now, this the girl that's coming in with Kent Jones. He's so in love. And is it because she clear or because of her feet? Either way, they have a gift that they coming in with. And I think they just some glorified pimps looking for some hoes. That's just me. So Rocky welcomes Kent and his old lady to the party. And she was like, I can't wait for everybody to get here. All the who's is coming. And Kent Jones looked around and said, well, who's the who? Because ain't nobody here. So then Rocky was like, I just told Trick and Trina to come and they supposed to come. And Kent Jones was like, well, I just got off the phone with TWD and he said they wouldn't dare come by here because they don't like Chinky because she got into it with Zoe Brinks. So now Rocky was like, what? What you mean they not coming because she got into it with Zoe? And they was like, yeah, she not coming, he not coming. They say F you and Chinky Diamonds. Now this done made Rocky mad. Already $250 in the hole for that spirit flight and she want her money back. Kent Jones ends up whipping out some fake feet. He's going to sell them down at the stores, where the adult things are. And they move, girl, like real things. It's for the people who got the feet fetishes. Girl, this is genius. Now, I know y'all is sitting here saying it's weird. And I ain't going to lie, it looks weird. But I ain't going to lie. It's going to make a lot of money. Hell, if you a business person, you get it. And even my girl Rocky was like, child, I need to invest. Me too, honey. Call me. I got $50 I won't put on it. But girl, wipe that little shock look off your face and let's talk business. We trying to get to the money, okay? Anyways, so Miami Tip shows up and she's excited. And the first thing Kent Jones do is look down at her feet and was like, hey, Miami Tip, I've been knowing you for years. When you ready to get in the booth? And she was like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. The way the strip club been drying up for me because I'm an old prune, I might need to holler at you because, my hands look old, but my feet still look young. And he was like, call me. And I said, Dad, go see how they get lost and turned out? As soon as she get over there by Hot Pockets said, yeah, girl, I overheard you over there with Kent Jones. You gonna let him pimp out your feet? And she said, listen, girl, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. You gonna help me pay these bills? Okay, well, then let me work my magic. I gotta get what I gotta get. So now Kent Jones and his bottom bitch decided to go to the next victim, and that's Michael Blackson old lady. Now they see she already in her feels because that nigga ain't here. So they decide to ask her what's going on with her, and she go to spilling the tea. We have an open relationship, and I allow Michael to cheat, but I told him he could never get girls pregnant, and he got them pregnant, and now he has to stop cheating, and I want him all to myself, and he's never gonna do it, and I don't know what to do. I need somebody to help me. I'm depressed all day. I don't even like the baby. I don't even know what's going on at any point anymore. Somebody please help me. And I said, ooh. And look at Kent Jones. Ooh. He smell money.
Yeah. Got money. Yeah.
So he peeked down with the eye that worked and saw that her feet was pretty and she Asian like his old lady. And he decided to rub hands like Birdman again in his mind and tap his old lady and tell her, go get her. You know how that go, pimp hole type stuff. So the old lady was like, I hate that this is happening to you. I'm Asian. He's black. You're Asian. Michael Blackson's black. And I understand everything that you're going through. Have you ever thought about doing any type of, adult entertainment, anything with your feet? They're very, very nice. I think we could really do a lot with you. And I said, Lord, I never thought I'd see the day when you can't wear open toe shoes, girl. You got to guard your feet, child. This is ridiculous. Now, on the other side of the room, Miami Tip is downloading Hot Pockets, letting her know that Alan's wife is on the way, and she also have Shay coming, and they supposed to sit down and talk because Shay claims she ain't had nothing to do with Alan getting arrested down at the airport. But Hot Pockets don't believe that. Hot Pockets said, girl, I hear you with all of that, but the streets is talking and they say both of them work together to get him arrested because they ain't want him on this show. And you can believe her if you want, but I don't believe nothing come out of Shay's mouth. Shay is a lizard liar. She said, but girl, anyways, this ain't nobody here but me and you, not TWD, not Trick. You know the reason why that is, right? That's because Chinky had got into it with Zoe, so now everybody in Miami trying to ice her out. We don't like her no more. So now the girl Rocky overheard and it was like, what? You like the second or third person I done heard say that. Why y'all didn't tell me this before I flew this girl all the way down here? I'ma lose my money. What is going on? So now Alan's wife is on her way into the venue and she says she's coming to set the record straight because one or both of them heifers got her husband arrested. But she said it in Spanish. I just don't know how to say it. But she said it in English Spanish. You know what I'm talking about. And look at Miami Tip. Hey, girl, hey. Let me tell you something. Miami Tip is not trying to get no all sides to no story. And she is not trying to be fair. Miami Tip is straight up being messy, girl. She just being straight up Miami messy. And this is Taya. You got to stop, Miami Tip. So now the girl gets there and Miami Tip was like, I'm so glad you came. Everything's going to be good. Welcome to Miami. I got Shay on the way and y'all going to be able to sit down and have y'all conversation. And look at Hot Pocket. I think she was recording on her phone in her purse with her little messy tail self. You never know. Now, Shay is walking into the venue. She knows she's meeting Alan's wife, but she has not told this to her so-called friend, Amara. Now, mind you, she's coming here for two reasons: to defend her friend and also to say she had nothing to do with that and clear her name out of all of that stuff going on with Alan. But it ain't gonna go like that. So soon as she get in, here come Miami Tip. Hey, Shay, I'm so glad you here. You know the reason why you here. We don't care about Chinky Diamond. She ain't even come out yet. But ultimately, I wanted you to meet Alan's wife so you can talk to her directly about the rumors about you setting her husband up to get arrested, okay? So now Shay looks over to the girl and was like, how you doing? She said, but I'm going to be honest. I don't really feel comfortable talking to you because you is the op to my friend. I really think these hoes is oppy for even talking to you. But I just wanted to come here to say, don't throw me in this stuff with you and that boy and that girl because I didn't have nothing to do with your husband getting arrested. So now Alan's wife turns around and started speaking in half Spanish and she basically said, for lack of better terms, that look, I don't know who got my husband arrested. All I know is we came through the airport and ICE, police, FBI, CIA jumped out. I was scared. He was scared. But turns out I had my papers and he didn't have his. So now Shay was like, well, what that got to do with me? Girl, listen, I hate your brother. As a matter of fact, I tried to put money on his head the other week. However, I didn't get him put in jail. Girl, I want him dead, not in jail. Come on now. Don't put my name in that and basically leave my friend name out your mouth because she ain't rock with you like that and she ain't do that to him neither. So the girl was like, how do you know? How do you know? See, you're not Dominican like us. How do you know? And you're over here taking up for your friend, but your friend, she was sleeping with my husband and have a contract with my husband. And I'm over here saying, girl, he's everybody's husband at this point. Stop. So now Shay goes off and was like, listen, all my life I've only had two friends. And I've only got the one left, and that's Amara. I refuse to let you get between us, you lying heifer. She ain't lying, you lying. And I banish you to hell for lying on my friend. Because my mama is a pastor, and she's also a prophet, so I could do it. Meanwhile, Chinky Diamonds finally come out in her little cousin outfit. Girl, I know you wasn't in the bike. Listen to me and listen to me good. I know your big crazy ass wasn't in the back going back and forth with outfits. And this the one you chose? Whose clothes is this? Did you pack a bag when you left from Nebraska? Or did you just get your big nasty ass on the plane? Now look at her looking all around. Oh, what's going on? Why I'm coming out and everybody fighting? Why is they ruining my party? Rocky said, bitch, ain't no more party, bitch. Party over, ho. Why you didn't tell me before I put my money down on your books that you had beef with the whole Miami? You know, Rocky really feel played because she really saw a light somewhere in Chinky Diamonds. So for her to put her last $20 on getting her down here on this Greyhound and you not tell that girl that it ain't gonna work because you beefing with everybody, that was messed up. And Rocky got in the confessional and was like, you know, it's really hurting me and my homegirls and my brand because number one, I don't have nobody else. Number two, I really believed in Chinky Diamonds. And number three, I hope that nigga Quez come back in that whole life and tear life down to the ground behind my $250. I say, you know what, Rocky? I don't blame you, fat. Go off if you got to. Meanwhile, back at the other table, Shay still windmilling with her head down for her friend and saying she not gonna sit around and let y'all just talk about her friend and just say anything about her friend. She said something you wouldn't know nothing about because they said you ain't got no churn by Alan. Okay, and I said, now that was a low blow. But the girl said she gonna stand by what she believed. And she believed that they set her husband up so that she couldn't come on the show. But boom, bam, whoop-de-doo, she here. And ain't nobody gonna stop her from being here. And she's gonna represent her man until he get out of prison. Said what she said, okay? Now, the producer straight up asked her in Spanish and English down there at the confessional, listen, do you really truly believe that Alan only was messing with Amara as a contract for the show? Like, come on now, they got churn. You really believe that? And she said, sí, senor, I do. And I said, yeah, see, she's slower than Amara. That's why they all over there. Child, move around. So now Shay gets to cussing everybody at the table out. She cussed out Alan, old lady. She cussed out Miami Tip and even Hot Pocket. She called her straight. She said, all y'all hoes is fake. Y'all not no real friends. And for y'all to bring these ops in my face saying all of this, I already know y'all are op. And if y'all are op to her, then I know y'all are op to me. And Hot Pocket was like, girl, I know you ain't this stupid, girl. They said you was stupid, but I ain't know. She said, girl, why you over here windmilling for Amara, when I was telling her that they said both of y'all did it, she didn't help up for you. As a matter of fact, she said she heard it too. Now what? So now this caused Shay to be a bit perplexed. Because now Shay is now between the rock and the hard place because she love her friend Amara. Little dummy, but she don't understand why Amara wouldn't have her back. And I don't understand if that's really your friend, why you would just be listening to other people. Just go ask Amara, girl. That's easy. So after reality set in that her so-called friend that she windmilling for might have threw her under the bus, she decided that instead of kicking them out and cussing them out, she just gonna grab her keys, her purse, and her things and go get in her Tesla and cry in the car. She said she don't know what to think about this new news, but she will be talking to Amara herself. I said, Lord, I can't wait. Let's move on. So now it's the day of Pinky Doll's event and Jaquis is walking in with his new date Applehead, playing her off as just an artist, really there to make Pinky Doll jealous because she don't want to be his little side hustle piece no more on the side so he could go drop off a little zig, okay? So they walk in and Pinky Doll must have seen him out her peripheral and you already know she was ready to turn up in half English. She said, what am I seeing out of my eyes in my French mind? What is Jaquis doing here with another girl? So Jaquis walks up and he was like, Pinky Doll, what's up? Hey, what's up? He dapped her up like that was his little partner. And he said, I want you to meet my new friend, Applehead. I'm going to be working with her. She's a beautiful girl. She kind of fine. And I'm not messing with her like that. But hey, say hey. So Applehead was like, hey, how you doing, Pinky Doll? And I'm over here saying, now, Applehead, you know what you doing. You showing up on that nigga arm, smiling with your little bald head, cute-tail self, trying to act like you just a regular artist, girl, knowing you already done probably had Zick dropped off. Now you want to smile and play it off like y'all ain't smashing. And Pinky Doll caught on to all of the tea. Pinky Doll looked her up and down and looked at Jaquis, and she said, Jaquis, I know you did not disrespect me at my own party. How could you do this to me, Jaquis, when you love me? And Jaquis said, what? I thought we had this conversation. You really gonna try to air me out up here? After I done put together my last to throw this party for you, to try to give you a whole doggone career, this is how you gonna do me? I thought we agreed not to say that on camera ever again. And look at Applehead. Awkward. Of course it's awkward. Because why is you here, Ike? Why is you here? And if you supposed to be a manager for him, why is you on his arm like that? Or if he supposed to be a manager for you, girl, you wanted to be messy and it's about to backfire on you heavy. So Jaquis get on the stage and introduce Pinky Doll and was like, y'all give it up for Pinky Doll. She got this new video game out. I know most of y'all not gonna buy it, so I already pre-bought it and I'm giving them away for free at the door. Please do not leave without your free video games. If not, we got your address. We will be mailing them out. So Pinky Doll got on the stage and she said she don't care about no congratulations or no video games. She tired of Jaquis playing with her heart and her mind like a video game, and she wants him to tell her why is he here with that slut Applehead. She said she done had enough. She said Jaquis done kept her in the dark and hiding her for too long, too many years, too many, and she's done. She said, Jaquis, you either come on this stage and tell these people you love me, or it's over. So Jaquis was like, yeah, this bitch want me dead. This bitch must want me dead or in jail. I can't believe this hoe done got up on this stage and said what I just told her not to say. So Jaquis got quiet because he didn't know what was going on. And when the girl ended up going off on Applehead talking about she shaped funny and all of that, Applehead felt played and was like, I know you ain't talking to me. And Pinky Doll was like, yes, you. I'm talking to you. You're with my man. I'm talking to you. So now her and Applehead go back and forth, and Applehead is on here saying, well, wait a minute. I don't understand why you beefing with me. Are you sleeping with Jaquis? And I'm over here saying, well, Applehead, why do you want to know that? How did we go from manager to are you sleeping with him? Girl, see what I told y'all? Then when she tried to ask Jaquis told her, I'm not answering nothing to you. I just slept with you once. I don't owe you nothing. So now she going off on Jaquis telling him this is unprofessional. This is bad for his reputation. And she is going to leave a Google and a Yelp review saying don't hire him because he ain't worth a dime. So she was like, Jaquis, I'm serious though, for real. Don't play with me in front of all these people and all of these cameras. Me and you had a beautiful night together last night when we slept together. Tell the truth. Who you gonna be with, me or Pinky Doll? Tell the truth. Who you gonna be with? And Jaquis looked at her. Then he looked back at Pinky Doll, and in his mind, he said, I don't want to be with none of these hoes. But since they done got me kicked out my first old lady house, I got to pick one. So he looked at Applehead, and he said, Applehead, I'm sorry, but I've been smashing Pinky Doll longer than you. I'm going to have to pass on you, fat. And Pinky Doll was in the bike on the stage getting held back by the security like she really wanted to fight. Talking about, you see, get out of here, Jezebel. You are Jezebel. Jaquis is mine. He's mine. Now, that was that night at the party. Tell me why the next morning this hoe on that liquor again. I'm telling you, if somebody don't get this hoe an 800 number or something, bitch, I'm concerned at this point. I am of confusion and I am of concern, girl. Go call somebody. But she on that liquor early in the morning, probably just hopped off the ski slopes, and she decided that she talked to herself and asked herself, was it worth it? And she said once she got up that morning and pulled 2 glasses of mimosas, she realized it was because she got her nigga back. Oh, yes. The nigga is back. He's in the bed with a whole jogging suit on. Nigga, where's you going? Y'all gotta, love and hip hop people, y'all gotta set these scenes up a little better so it look better. So anyway, she gets in the bed with Jaquis after he chose her by default. And she said that she's so happy that he chose her because she loves him. And she wants to know if they're gonna really be together out loud this time. And Jaquis said, listen, didn't I not leave with you at the club last night? Okay, that's about as loud as I'ma get. Stop trying to mess me up worse than you already did with my first old lady, okay? So now, Pinky Doll was like, I can't believe you, Jaquis. You chose me, but you still didn't really choose me. And that's okay, as long as you're here with me. Because, I mean, how else am I going to get around the town, you know? And look at Jaquis. Over there wondering what his first old lady doing and if she moved on and if he have a chance to get back home before the holidays. Jaquis, you ain't worth a dime, bruh. Get out that girl bed with all them clothes on, too. But Jaquis got into the confessional and they asked him, Jaquis, now we asked you this before, but we gonna ask you again. Why is you lying to this girl, telling this girl you gonna be with her? He said, because I don't have nowhere to sleep tonight. My first old lady saw the show and she kicked me out. You welcome. But you know, Pinky Doll was just so happy to have her man back, even if it's a piece of man. She said somebody introduced her to the Betty Wright album, and Betty Wright said it's better to have a piece of man than to have no man at all. Go ahead on, Pinky Doll. Let's move on. Now, Amara, Lil Dummy, and Shay Dummy Jr. is out here at a Lamaze class or something, dancing or something, talking about they want to burn off some steam. Why is you hoes over here twerking without nothing to twerk? Get off of here, both of y'all. Shay really low-key feeling some type of way because she keep replaying all the stuff that the ops was telling her about her so-called friend. And she really want to confront her and be like, girl, I know you're supposed to have my back the way I have yours. So she said she's trying to concentrate, but she really can't. Now, after the dance, Shay wastes no time to tell Amara that she met up with Miami Tip and also Alan's wife, and she talked to them, and also Hot Pocket, and she spoke to them, and they told her that Amara haven't been having her back. She said that Hot Pocket and Miami Tip and Alan's wife said that every time they talk to you about what's going on between that Alan stuff and going to jail, whenever my name come up, you don't never have my back the way I have yours. Now, Amara was like, oh my God, adios míos, mira. I really hope you don't want to talk about this right now. I came over here to get away from the girls. Please don't talk about this right now. I can't. And Shay was like, no, we gonna talk about it. Because if you supposed to be my friend in real life, you supposed to help up for me. I be looking a fool running around here windmilling for you, and you don't never windmill for me. This is a one-sided relationship. He said, and you know what's worse? I done got beat up for you. Not once, not twice, not even 3 times, 10 times. Have you ever gotten beat up for me? Have you ever even pinched a bitch for me? Like, have you done anything for me, Amara? And Amara was like, oh, I swear to God, I hate to have these conversations with Shay. Shay is very, very unrational and irrational, or whatever the Americans say. I cannot have this conversation. So she turns to Amara and she basically tells Amara that basically she does have her back. She's just not confrontational. She said they be dragging her and she don't even protect herself. So Shay can't expect her to help up for her if she won't help up for herself. Now, Shay seems to have a difference of opinion because Shay said she's a loyal friend through and through, and she thinks that if she's going to be friends with her, she should help up for her the way that Shay helps up for Amara. Now, this is where it's going to backfire on Shay because Amara has a point here. Amara was like, how dare you come to me talking about loyalty when you met up with Alan's wife and you never told me? Amara feels like, girl, there is no loyalty on either side because meeting up with the ops is worse than not helping up for my friend. Now, this sends Shay through the roof. She starts crying, turning into a Bernstein bear. And she's just all like, I can't believe you would say these things to me and about me. You know I've always been loyal to you. I've always been your friend. Shay storms out. When Shay storms out, Amara runs behind her and said normally she don't do this, but because she cares about Shay and Shay is her friend, she wants to check on her and make sure she's okay. So she asked Shay, she was like, Shay, listen, I love you as a friend. I never meant to hurt you. Please understand that. And that turned into a big old argument / fight. They had to get between them because Shay called bullcrap on it. Shay said Amara don't know how to be a friend because she's nobody's friend. At least that's what Shay said. And Shay said she tired of being in these one-side relationships, whether it's friendships, baby daddy ships, or any ships. She said she tired of ships. She don't want to go on the water. And she's done with Amara because Amara is using her for clout and to beat everybody up. Amara's point to this whole situation is don't try to say that I'm a hypocrite and not a friend because you do some oppy stuff like you claim that my stuff is oppy. Amara's whole point is don't ask me to be a tiger in the street for you when I'm not even a kitten in the street for myself, child. And Amara, you lying because you just bad up Princess. Or no, Princess bet you, my bad. So now this is beginning to be the 15th ending of this damn relationship and I'm so tired. I think y'all scissoring at this point. Y'all gotta be dagging on the low. Cause why? They gets into it, girl. Shay says she's done with Amara and Amara is now on her own. She says she can no longer deal with this and she really hope the best for Amara, but really she don't. She hope all the worst for that bitch. Amara played it off like she didn't really care. But then she went cried in the car, literally. She and crying in Spanish. Oh, my migos. Hasta luego. And I'm over here ready to go take a 18-wheeler and run over the whole car with Shay in it. I'm tired of all of this. But that was the end of the episode. What y'all think? Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on platforms, and I'll catch y'all hoes on the next one, girl. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.